In today's video, I'm going to show you guys that are newer to Madden 24 how to stop slants easy. Now, I did a video on this last year. I included the drags and corner routes, but I'm going to make videos separately for those because I feel like I want to show you guys different defenses that you can use for each of them. So slants, I'll show you today. Before we get into it, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, become members. I appreciate all the love and support from you guys. Full scheme breakdowns are in the members area. We are using the meta. The 3-3 is coming this week. So if you're not a member, become a member because I'm going to break down what the meta is right now. Now, dollar's still kind of meta, but it's not like 3-3 Cub. Okay, so the 3-3, the audible, the 3-3 Cub is the meta, and I'll give you guys the scheme for that on defense to help you go on win streaks. As you see my previous videos, 8-0. We're already 4 Super Bowls in. I'm not grinding it as hard as I should, but I do have one of the best teams in the game, and that helps tremendously as well. So let's get into this right here. And make sure you have a scheme, man. Don't come into this game without a scheme. You need to learn one. You need to pick one up. I got one for you guys, and I'm going to drop even more. I'm going to drop the Trey White Flex free here on this channel, so stay tuned for that. The nickel 3-3. Okay, so here's what we need to do is we need to take the linebackers out and put safety. So you'll see that you'll have in your personnel, you'll have middle linebackers. Now, sometimes you'll have linebackers. If you go to your depth chart over here, if we go to coaching depth chart, sometimes you'll have some fast linebackers, bro. They're like 87 speed, right? But let's just see what we got. We got 85, look right there, 87 speed, 88, 89 speed. Now you have to take this into account because if we come over here and we have some free safeties, we got a 93 safety, we have 91, 92, right? You want to use these guys that aren't cornerback. Well, you can't put cornerbacks. It has to be the safety, son. See, that's the problem. Probably going to be Finley. Woods, I already think he might be one of the starters, but Woods is someone we can concentrate on, especially for the Chargers. He could be your user. So let's just come over here. Let's see what we got as far as the personnel. And we have Woods right here. So this will be our user. Okay. Actually, doesn't have to be a user. The guy that's in the middle right here can be our user. Let's make the middle guy our user. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put Woods right here in this position. We'll take this linebacker out. We'll put another safety and then this linebacker on the right side out and put a free safety. We'll put Finley. Now we have speed right here. Okay. So let me show you guys one of the easiest ways to stop slant routes is just to call cover 2 defense. So right here in the 3-3 has a really nice cover 2 defense, and it's called the Tampa 2. Very classic defense that people use. We're in gun spread right there. You see slants, and the adjustment is simple. If you're not using zone drops and you just want to stop slants, we'll go ahead and put double slants. And then what we're going to do is we're going to base align, wire triangle, left stick to the right, and then we're going to shade underneath. Wire triangle, right stick down for underneath, okay? Now this guy, you probably want to grab him yourself, bring him down here to help slow down. Now what's going to happen is the slant routes are going to come from left to right, and your job, and put myself on a blitz, is to cover the middle. If one gets by, you cover the middle. So we snap the ball, boom, got them right here. Okay, you see that right there. What you can also do is you can shade inside that zone. So we can base align, we can press, we can shade underneath. Right, we can bring this guy back this way. I don't know why he's doing that. We can contain, and you can even bring him. You can bring your linebackers in or out. But let's go ahead and shade inside. Wire triangle, right stick inside for this one right here, and let's see what happens. And now what we can do is we can actually jump a lot of these routes that go back this way. Boom. That was a pick. Might have been a pick in any other game. Let me show you guys what's happening in instant replay with this cover 2 defense because it is really good. Okay, just like this. Pretty much every slant, he threw that at a trap, bro. That could have been a pick over here on this side, 100%. But looking at this side that we shaded inside the zone, these guys will play inside their yellows instead of going too far out. You see how he has the inside step on this slant, which is good. All right, so he's able to stop pretty much 2, would deter your opponent from throwing it to this guy. And then we have this guy, and then we have the hard flats because we shaded underneath, so they try to drop the flat route. They just can't. They can't run slants on you with this defense. It's very hard to do, man. I'll show you guys again. Let's go to resume. Base align, press, shade underneath. Now, where you will get cooked in this cover 2 defense is your outside routes, man. So you have to remember that this is a game of chess, okay? If they're trying to run slants and the guy to your right is the one cooking you and you think he's going to put him on a streak, you're going to have to make that manual adjustment for your hard flat, okay? So it'll go wire triangle, twice B, put him on an outside third, okay? And then this guy right here could be on an inside third. So you'll have to make these type of adjustments, man. It's just the way it is. We want to pinch, crash. We can even QB contain in case he wants to roll out and just have pressure there. Boom, so back this way, he threw it into traffic again. See, he's got nowhere to go with the slants against this defense. So that's the Tampa 2, very easy, very straightforward. However, if you're afraid of those streaks, you can call a cover 1 defense. Let me see, we got one in this one. Yeah, right here, you see the cover 1 robber press? This one's very good right here, okay? Now, remember, there are different scenarios and situations when you're running cover 1 robber press. So we're already in a press situation. We have options. Who do we want to use? Do we want to use the 3-rec hook? Might be a good idea. However, we need to pinch, crash, and let's just see what happens with cover 1. Then I'll explain to you guys what's going on with this defense. So let's just let it ride out and see how these slants get open. If he snaps the ball. Okay, you saw how that guy's open right there? Here's the reason why. In cover 1, okay, in cover 1, you have what's known as base shading. So for cover 1 robber press, the shading, since you only have one safety that goes in a deep blue, it's over the top and it's outside. You don't have outside help. You don't have no deep halves out there. You just have an inside third. The shading is outside, which means everything inside gets open, right? And over the top, which means everything underneath gets open. So a slant coming inside is underneath inside, which counters the whole cover 1 robber press because people can just throw it inside. So what you can do is you can actually take your people, right? You can leave the inside third if you want. I would use, me personally, I would be using the blitzer on this one. I'll pinch the line crash. I'm going to reshade over the top by wire triangle right stick for over the top. And I'm going to shade inside, wire triangle right stick to the left or inside. You'll notice that my defensive backs will shift inside. Let's look to the left of the screen above the coverage adjustment box and see what happens. He jumps inside. Okay, you see that? That's what we're looking for. Now, does it work all the time? Not really. It's all ratings-based, ability-based. People are still going to get open. Remember, this is man defense, and this is slant routes, which beats man defense. So to stop them is very difficult from this one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pass commit RBR1 because we know it's going to be a pass, and then we want to just try to play the left side slants. Let's see what happens. Remember the guy that's manned up on the running back? What you can do to alleviate this problem is go ahead and man up the guy you're on to RB and then put yourself on a blitz and use your woods. Okay, so that way he's there toe-to-toe with the running back at the beginning of the play, and then we can just jump a route right here. Snaps the ball, jump a route, we got this guy, and the inside route still gets open because, like I said, it's a slant route. Now, here's where you get a little bit more advanced with the cover 1 robber press because I feel like a lot of people just don't know this right here, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shade over the top, we're gonna shade outside, we're gonna take our 3-rec hook, we're gonna bring him down, put him in a cloud, okay? You see that? You see where I'm going with this? We can go ahead and man up the running back, and then all I have to do, and we can actually shade outside now. Now we can shade outside because we have the cloud flat worrying about the slants coming from left to right. We're gonna pinch the D-line crash. Well, I don't know why they're not pinching. They should be pinching, but this whole thing gets lagged up. You guys know what time it is with the lagging. And then what we wanna do is we wanna watch the right side. So we have the cloud flat going this way. I want this guy. Oh, I had it, bro. I had that. That was a pick. But that happens to me a lot in the game, man. Like, I think that they're not gonna throw it, and they throw it, son. So pinch, crash, bring this guy over here, put him on a cloud flat in the middle of the field. We can man up the running back this way, right? We can shade outside, pass commit, leave everything open in the middle. Let's hope he throws the slant, and then I'll just play this slant again. Boom, right there. Bro, that cloud flat could have picked that ball up. But anybody that plays the game, once they see that cloud flat over there, let me show you guys real quick. They're not gonna throw that. I mean, it's literally bazookas that'll throw this slant route in all this traffic. You know what I mean? I mean, that is just a AI computer, artificial intelligence dot right there. You feel me? No human's gonna make that throw right there. However, you can still bring him, you can put this guy, the blitzer, into the cloud flat, leave a 3-man pass rush, use the 3-rec hook if you want, shade outside, pass commit like this. You can even do this to stop it. Watch this side again. Boom, right there. Now that's a pick, baby, just because of that adjustment to stop the slant. So that's another way. It's a little bit more advanced, right? But you're running man defense, so you don't have too many holes as far as your defense goes, and you don't have to worry about getting beat over the top like they would in that cover 2. Now we can go to the cover 3 drop out of the 3-3 to stop slant. So the way we would do this one is very simple, man. This one's actually harder for the QB to throw. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just press shade underneath, wire triangle right stick down, right? We're gonna pinch the D-line crash. But this what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our linebackers down. Like if we're running a DB5 or we're running 3-3 cub, right? We're bringing them down here. And then we can shade outside And all we have to do is worry about the middle. We want to start in the lane with these guys right here. I'm gonna put myself on a spy. We can start in the lane, and the reason we want to start right here with our user is to create 1v1 matchups to make it easier for our pass rush to get there. It's still kind of difficult, but it is what it is. You can stop the run by pinching these guys, and then we come play right here in the zone. We come, and the guy can't go nowhere. So that's simple and easy. Let me show you guys this setup one more time. We're gonna press shade underneath, crash, and if your linebackers are all over the place, just set your coaching adjustments to base, then bring them down to the line, just like this, okay? Like this. Now, I'm showing you guys how to stop slants and all that, but there's something else you gotta worry about, okay? And that is, if people that run cover 3 know what they're doing, they're running a 2x2, they can throw vertical routes, okay? So that means seam routes from their tight end or the inside receiver straight. So you may have to jump over into a cover 3 seam formation. So right here, you'll see that we have regular purples on the right side. Let's see what we have in this one. Yeah, there is a nickel blitz 3. However, we don't have the yellow there. We might have to put that guy on the yellow there. Yeah, it's manageable. You could do it. We can run nickel 3 blitz right here. And if they're running slants, you'll notice that we'll baseline just to have it baseline. And we can come back and put this guy on well, he goes in the middle, but we want him on a hook curl, right? And we can keep this guy right here. We'll shade underneath. I still feel like the slant from the left side can get open fairly easily. Like I said, it's tricky. This was tricky because it's a 4-man pass rush and we're trying to stop a slant. Boom. We still got the pick. He wasn't able to throw it. So different plays you can call. You can try to call this play stock by just pressing, leaving the seam flats there, putting this guy on a hook curl, shading outside, and that way if they try to run the vertical routes, they can't, because these seam flats will convert over into man-up defense. They'll just man up the vertical routes. Let me actually, you know what? Let me show you what I mean, okay? Let me show you guys. I'm gonna run regular cover 3 drop before we get off the video. Run regular cover 3 drop, and then I'm gonna run verticals, okay? Right there. So let's just say I'm trying to stop a slant. I shade underneath. I bring these guys down, okay? I bring these guys down. I think it's important that I show you guys this. So right here, let him run the play. And he's got those lanes wide open. I don't know why he didn't throw it. I mean, him being an AI Terminator, you would think he would have saw that what was wide open. And this is the reason Dak Prescott lost to the 49ers, because this was the exact same setup. They had T.Y. hitting on the left side. They had Fred Warner on my user, and they had their other receiver. I can't remember who it was on the right side. Someone wants to enlighten me. And they ran a cover 3. Prescott called verticals. And when the ball was snapped, the guy that was the user jumped to the right side. T.Y. Hilton was open on the left side for a touchdown, and he didn't see it. He threw it to the guy that Fred Warner was covering. And that's pretty much what cost him the game. I saw it for myself. That's when I realized, yeah, it's Prescott's fault that the team's being held down. However, you'll see that right here. It's like I said, this guy was open. This guy was open right here, wide open in the seam. And that's where you fell when you're trying to stop a slant. So let's go ahead and choose new play real quick, just to give you guys some extra jewels, you know, something that you can compete with. So if they run a 2x2 like a doubles like that, we can run nickel blitz 3 and we can run verticals, right? You can bring your seam flats down if you want, and then you can still put this guy on a hook curl, bring this guy here on the blitz, and let's just see how they act. You see the seam flats? Let's see how they react. You want to take anything underneath with my user, come underneath, nothing. The guy lets him go, but he backs up with him a little bit, and I fumble the whole bag by not stopping the QB. So let's see how that defense reacted in instant replay compared to what they did the last time. You'll see that this guy sits back with him in the vertical, right? He can't just throw that route no more. Same thing with this guy. They can't just throw that route. So this is the bonus of running a cover 3 that has match coverage principles, because you have to just worry about underneath and the flats. Okay, so there's times they'll run the flat this way. So blend in the cover 3 and stuff like that, man. There's no problem with it. Blend in, throw your opponent different looks, and stop slants and just make them pay, man. Drop a like. Love you guys, man. Peace.